This is Garrett Fry, the 3D digital matte painting sequence lead for the Cemetery sequence, and we're taking a look at shot 1935. So let's go ahead and play that. So you can see we have kind of a shaky handheld camera move going along this road, and what we need to do is fill either side of, or both sides of this road rather, with gravestones. And so we're looking at this area right here that we can put in some really nice gravestones there. We have between these trees. Farther down, this is a really nice spot actually, because the light is going to be coming in this way and really have a nice rim light to the object that you're putting there. Maybe it's a statue, maybe it's an obelisk, something with a little bit of height. And then you have this whole area right here, and then this area on this other side of this tree. So you can put all kinds of different gravestones throughout. And your goal with this shot is to just make it as seamless as possible, so that when somebody looks at this shot, they cannot tell you which gravestone has been added and which gravestone was part of the original plate. And if people can't tell the difference, then you know that you have been successful as a matte painter. And so this shot already has a really great composition and good lighting to it, and so you're just adding stuff in there that fills up those areas, because it does need to feel like it's a full cemetery, and there's some areas that are a bit open. But you don't want to take away and you don't want to take over the shot with all of your gravestones. You just want to add it in there and make it feel like it just belongs. And because this is a moving shot, you're going to have to project everything onto 3D geometry, if that be cards or something a bit more complex. You'll have to test how complex that geometry would need to be by just running it through the shot and seeing how it works, seeing what kind of parallax that you're seeing. And make sure that you are really adjusting for the lighting conditions of the plate, so that everything has that really beautiful lighting. You can see here there's this big shadow shape right here. Well, you might want to break up that shadow shape with some light patches here and there, so that when you put your gravestone on it, you can justify their light being cast onto that gravestone. Otherwise, you're just putting stuff in shadow, and it's just not as interesting as something that you can put in light. You know, as cool as this obelisk is, it's not as cool as this cross right here, and it's not as cool as these gravestones over here either, because they have that dappled light on them. Before starting out on the shot, it's really important to familiarize yourself with the extensive photo reference in the library. It is worthwhile to do quick matte painting concepts so you can start to understand what kind of photography works for what particular situation. Also, make sure you're utilizing the asset library, especially for those shots that require continuity between environments. These assets can be a huge help, and remember that every asset has high resolution photography, so if the asset is not high enough resolution when rendered, you can overlay it with photography.